Hello.
What is up, y'all? It is Lainey back here with another perk breakdown. I had this request, I believe from Squirrel, and the request was for the Curtain Call chapter, which features the clown and Kate. So we're going to start off with Kate and then make our way to the clown, and we'll talk about these perks. Miss Kate Denson comes with 3 teachable perks, as all of our survivors do, and they are as follows. First up, we have Dance With Me. So dance with me when you're performing a fast vault or leaving a locker in a sprint. You leave no scratch marks for 3 seconds and it has a cooldown of 40 seconds. And these are all at tier 3. Dance With Me works really well with Quick and Quiet. So if you had, oh my god, just a common, so if you had Dance With Me, Quick and Quiet, and Head On, you are good to go for a locker stun build completely. And if you add in a strength, it pretty much revolves your whole build around the locker, which is really, really cool. I recommend it, especially if you want to make, the quick escapes. I think that would be super fun to bring along with those perks that I mentioned earlier. Next up, we have Windows of Opportunity. So it unlocks potential in one's aura reading ability, and auras of pallets, breakable walls, and vault locations are revealed to you when they're within a 20-meter range of you, and has a cooldown of 20 seconds when vaulting or dropping a pallet during a chase. Basically, if you don't know the difference between, a pallet, that's real, let's say going against Freddy, right? This is extremely broken against Freddy because the pallet's fake. That pallet is fake. You understand that loop is not something you should be going to. And also when you're in chases, if you're trying to loop killers, bringing windows of opportunity actually benefits you a lot. So I would say if you're struggling to learn how to loop killers, if you're struggling to learn where your vaults are, where you can loop appropriately, is that pallet real? Bring windows of opportunity, and I think it'll help you out tremendously. Lastly, we have Boil Over. So you are a battler and do everything to escape a foe's grasp, and your struggling effects on the killer are increased by 75%, and you obscure the killer's ability to see hook auras within 14 meters. I think in lower ranks, Boil Over does a really good job, especially for killers who are learning maps, who don't really know where hooks are, who don't really know where those placements are. Bringing Boil Over just screws them over even more. And again, up to 75% at tier 3. And let's say you bring like a sapple build and your friends are sappling hooks all around you, you're getting out. There's no way. You're getting out. There's nothing that person can do. The only thing that they could possibly have to kind of combat Boil Over would be agitation or iron grasp or a combination of both. All in all, I think it's something you should try out, especially if you would like to. Maybe pair that with Power Struggle, maybe, and see if you can get lucky with the palette. But that's it for Miss Kate. I think her perks are great. I think, you can definitely see at least Dance With Me, maybe some windows of opportunity, and some of the higher ranking builds that I've seen, especially as killer. I actually had a killer game I recorded before this one, and I had somebody use Boil Over, and I walked straight past the hook. That was super close. So definitely, give it a shot, see, if it works for you. All right, let's talk about the clown, aka Mr. Jeffrey Hawk. Mr. Clown comes with 3 teachable perks, as all of our killers do, and they are as follows. Yes, I have the Mr. Puddle skin. Don't at me, at your mama. First up, we have Bamboozle. Your vault speed is 15% faster, and performing a vault action calls upon the entity to actually block that vault location for 16 seconds. Only one can be blocked at a time, but it's blocked only for survivors. So if you're chasing somebody, definitely bring this one. If you're struggling with loops against survivors, Bamboozle is going to change the game for you, okay? It is going to block that loop that survivor has been abusing for the past, however many seconds, right? And again, they can't go through it, but you can. So you can actually probably cut somebody off too, which is really, really cool. Definitely bring up Bamboozle, give it a try, especially if you find yourself going against a lot of loopers. So like Bamboozle and Hex Crowd Control together are gonna work in your favor tremendously. Maybe even Blood Favor too, and block those pallets from getting dropped too. So see if you can put that in some of your builds and let me know how you like it. Next up, we have Chorophobia. Your presence alone instills great fear, and survivors within your terror radius have a 50% penalty to healing progress speed. You bring that, plus Thana, plus nurses, you are set up for a really, really good anti-healing build against these survivors. Highly would recommend it. I believe in the current Rift, there's actually a challenge for it. So be on the lookout at your challenges to see if you could start using it yourself. And last but not least, we have Pop Goes the Weasel, which I'm sure you are very familiar with in a lot of killer builds. So let's talk about what it does. A deep bond with the entity unlocks great strength, and after hooking a survivor, the next generator you damage will instantly lose 25% of its progress. So normal generator regression applies after the damage generator action, and is active for 45 seconds after the person is hooked. This perk is a must-have in your builds. If you're not a big ruin user, you bring Pop Goes the Weasel and Overcharge, you are going to be regressing these gens. I've seen some killers bring ruin and pop in case a ruin gets, nerfed a little bit early in the game. They still at least have Pop Goes the Weasel. I know when I know a killer has Pop Goes the Weasel, I am like, dang it. Because we're going to lose progress on this gen, right? So let's say you have a gen that's 75% done. That's going to 50. You have a gen that's close to being finished. That's going down to 70, maybe, 70, 75. You're losing tremendous amount of time on a generator when a killer gets to it. God forbid, you barely got it. You just started it. You have to start completely over. I would recommend it, bringing in Tangent with maybe some other perks too. So you could probably do like a gen build, right? So you could probably do like Bitter Murmur, Tinkerer, Pop Goes the Weasel, Overcharge, just things dedicated to the generator itself, which would be really cool. Corrupt Intervention, especially in the beginning of the game when they don't have the ones to go to, and maybe you get a really early hook, maybe you spawn right next to a survivor, instant regression and instant slowing the game down. But I love Pop Goes the Weasel, so let me know what you think about it in the comments. And that's about it. I enjoy both sets of perks. I think they did a really good job with both the Survivor and Killer with this DLC. And again, if you're looking for it and you would like to get Kate and Clown in your game, you're looking for the Curtain Call DLC, okay? So make sure you look for that and let me know what you think about it. Are you a Clown main? Are you a Kate main? Let me know in the comments. Let's chat a little bit about it, huh? But that's about it for me. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share, and subscribe with everybody. Let them know that we're over here on this YouTube channel bragging out some perks, okay? I hope you all stay safe out there, stay amazing, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye!